Hey, what's going on? Keith from Trigger Happy. Gonna take a look at a Sig P290. This is a pretty nice gun that I've been wanting to get my hands on for quite a while, and I got some decisions to make now because I really like it. Sig P290 is a 9mm polymer handgun. It is hammer fired, so traditional of most SIGs, going to be hammer fired. Really like the overall setup of the gun. It's kind of a chunky little gun in terms of the proportions and the way it looks, but it's kind of SIG's entry into the pocket pistol 9mm size guns, and I got to say it's pretty impressive. Overall, it's a relatively heavy gun compared to some of the other guns out there, maybe like a Car or a Beretta Nano, some of those size guns. So it's pretty heavy. I tore this gun down, which is no easy feat, and I'm pretty impressed with the frame quality. It's pretty heavy duty, and I really like it. The slide is heavy. It's just a little heavier gun than I kind of expected it to be. This happens to be the Liberty Edition, and without peeling this off, there's a Statue of Liberty here on the grip panel, and it says Liberty Edition on it. Same gun as the rest. So some of the features of the gun: comes with a 6-round flush fitting magazine. This one has the pinky extension installed on it, and I wouldn't call it a pinky extension at all, and we'll get to that in a minute. Also comes with an 8-round magazine, maybe for a little better feel of the gun. Now I can get my pinky on it. Maybe for range shooting or for a backup magazine works good, but for concealed carry, for real deep concealment, it's going to print quite a bit more than the standard 6-rounder. But 6 rounds of 9mm is pretty standard on most of these pocket-sized pistols. You'll see it's got a fairly large slide lock and slide release, which is nice. That's also the teardown pin, and that is not an easy thing to do. You've got to basically lock this back while punching that pin out. It's not an easy teardown, so it takes some getting used to. I was able to accomplish it, but without extra stuff holding the slide open, it can be done without anything extra, but it's kind of difficult. Double action only trigger. The original guns did not have second strike capability. The newer editions do. So you'll see, every pull of the trigger is gonna fire the gun. So if you have a light primer strike or a hard primer, just pull again and keep pulling until it goes. It's not a single action. It doesn't pre-cock the hammer or anything like that. So it's a true double action only pistol. As far as the barrel goes, you can see it's very belled shaped barrel. And it does have very nice night sights on it. So for concealment options, you never know what you're going to run into, so very nice to have that 3-dot night sights, and I took a look at them last night in the dark. They glow quite nicely, so pretty nice. Probably a few of my complaints about the gun. It's, like I say, it's kind of heavy, so for maybe a pocket holster, things going to be a little different depending upon what kind of clothes you're wearing because of the weight. And it's kind of a chunky feel, but I can only get 2 fingers on here. Got a pinky flopping around down there, but not a big deal. The trigger is not bad. It's a typical double action. There's a little bit of mushiness right here. It's kind of just a weird feeling, but overall, it's a relatively decent pull for a double action only gun. Really like the grips on this. There's kind of a sandpaper texture here. And also, when you go to the larger magazine, it's on there as well, all the way around, which I like. It's not too abrasive. You can change out these grip panels, so if you don't want a big Statue of Liberty on there, if you bought this particular gun, you can swap that out. I'm really honestly considering this to replace my current concealed carry gun for a couple reasons. My current gun, Sig 238, you can see it's definitely bigger in dimensions. The trigger guard is quite a bit larger. It's slightly longer, and it's also a little bit wider. But going up to the 9mm round for me is kind of a nice thing. You're going to get a lot more stopping power than with the 380 that I'm currently carrying. The other thing I'm going to roll in here, this is US M4 9mm, and this is kind of really going to push me to go with a 9mm over my 380 everyday carry, just because this is 50 grain ammo. This stuff is wicked nasty, and if you watch some other videos where they shoot this stuff, this is some serious self-defense ammunition. It's expensive. Shoots 2,000 feet per second. That's nuts. It's essentially plus P. This plus P and then some, but that's because it's such a light bullet. But you've got to have a plus P rated gun, I should say, to shoot it. This gun will handle it fine. You know, it also comes packaged with a holster, kind of a paddle style holster. Nothing special, you know, kind of like a Phobos or something like that, if I can get it out here. It does have room for a laser or light attachment, which this gun has here, and basically you pull this plug and then you can run Sig's own laser attachment to it, and it'll fit in this holster fine. Can't see a lot of use for this other than a range use. It's not a great option for concealed carry. I don't like outside the waistband carry, just not good for me. So these guns retail, this particular edition is a little bit more than the standard edition. Gonna retail in the $490 ballpark, $500 ballpark, so relatively good value with the night sights and everything you get in the package. You know, no complaints here with this gun, aside from maybe that double action trigger that's just, I'm not super impressed with, but it's a nice little 9mm gun that I think you should give some consideration to if you're looking at, say, a Smith & Wesson Shield or a Nano, a car, anything like that. You know, it's going to retail a little more than those, but Sig quality, I got to tell you, you look at the craftsmanship, and also I should have said the marksmanship as well, because it is a good shooting pistol. It's accurate out to farther than the standard pocket pistol is going to be. I think this is a gun that warrants your second look here. So check it out, Sig P290, and I think it's a good value overall. Need to give it some thought. And we'll see you next time. This is Keith from Trigger Happy. Thanks for watching.